Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Intuitive Tarot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to my channel, thank you guys so much for your subscribes, your likes, definitely your shares. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not done so already. But listen, I already pulled a few cards, so we're gonna go ahead and make this a quick one. I'm gonna try. All right. And get a message out. First card out is braider. You may be a braider, or you used to be one. Okay, you may be doing something else now. Um, Career wise, this may have been something you were doing years ago, but a braider could be significant. All right. Next card, you check off all the boxes when it comes to marriage. So somebody feels like you check off all the boxes for them. Wifey, you know what I'm saying? Husband material. Next card, couldn't truly be happy for you because I was pretending my damn self. Okay? So somebody was, living a facade. You know what I'm saying? Or they live in a facade. Secretary could be significant, whoever this reading resonates with. Could be involved, could resonate. You know what I'm saying? However it resonates for you. But secretary could be significant. Next card, keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. So you may feel this way toward whoever this person is that, you're no longer with. They may have tried to move on. Maybe you walked away from this person. Maybe you closed out cycles with them. Maybe they ghosted you. However that is, however they went. But it's a moment where somebody may have, tried to move on, and because of that, and with doing that, they may be pretending, to be okay with how things ended, how things are between you and them right now. But somebody couldn't truly be happy, you know what I'm saying, for you. Even if they said they were, even if they say they okay, they fine with settling, with wherever something is between you and them. This is them, saying they couldn't truly be happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. Because they was pretending they damn self. You know what I'm saying? So if they were involved with somebody else, or they knew you to be involved with somebody else or something like that by now, or just moved on, you know what I'm saying? Leaving your options open, just, choosing yourself right now. This person, was pretending they damn self. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to, genuineness starts with you. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the person. But I pulled a card already, with the tarot, to clarify, who this is that feels like they, you check off all the boxes when it comes to marriage. You got the King of Pentacles came out in reverse, Capricorn energy. So this is, and then you got the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this person, they know you check off all the boxes. What I'm getting so far, just off of that with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse, like somebody know you, it may have put you in an unfair competition. You know what I'm saying? Um, they may have been, afraid to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? To leave themselves open, to their emotions or how they express their emotions. The ways they may have went about doing that. But I feel like somebody ended up being either, I would say manipulated, but I feel like they may have been swayed in a direction, when it came to this unfair competition. Like somebody may have had like a history with another person, or they had, something going on where somebody may not have had boundaries. They may have, kind of, been more in alignment with this person at the time, with being promiscuous or just having, that openness, you know what I'm saying, to move around, explore, adventure, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they may have felt like, going younger would be better for them. But it's like somebody ended up being involved with somebody that had some hidden intention. How you say it? A hidden agenda. Okay, like they may have, thought they were seducing this person, or they may have thought, they would go in and manipulate somebody that really didn't require them to have to make any changes or commit or any way like that. But this person they got involved with had some hidden intentions, even though they may have, wanted to be, involved with people that, with no strings attached. That's fine, but I feel like, somebody went into something with a eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? Or they were thinking with the wrong head. But somebody trying to be seduce another person ended up being seduced. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they were trying not to be involved in something, serious, and ended up, playing with their own emotions because of the fact that they were not happy where they were in the first place. Like somebody wasn't happy with themselves in the first place. So, to be childish or to, try to be nonchalant about something and, have vulnerability issues, have a deep, what I'm saying, a very unhealthy way of, expressing how they feel, their emotions, how they see themselves, how they feel about others. Like somebody doesn't have like that verbal strength about them to express that. Like that may not be their love language. You know what I'm saying? But somebody, was ended up being blinded by the fact that whoever they got involved with or the people that they may have put you in selfish, unfair competitions with, like, were people that had hidden agendas. The intentions, what I'm saying, behind how they've been moving or how they select, who they get involved with, the intentions behind it, wasn't pure. So they easily, what I'm saying, ended up being in alignment with people that was just like them. You know what I'm saying? So, and they may have had, a lot of, things that they felt like, they were using as a way to control each person, you know what I'm saying, they involvement with each person. But in all honesty, out of all these people, you were the one that checked off all the boxes that was basically like marriage material. Even though they, had this seductive, way about them, when it came to them getting involved with people. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse? You check off all the boxes when it comes to marriage. Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse? Could be a Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse? King of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles. See what I'm saying? Like somebody, use emotions, use, ways they feel like they can control the outcome, like especially when it comes to them, being afraid of change. Nine of Cups in reverse. See what I'm saying? Like somebody's efforts, you know what I'm saying? Overindulging, like, overcompensating, like doing too much, um, focusing so much of thinking like all these extra things that they involve themselves in is gonna bring them some type of success, reward, some type of, shine or wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like material gain. And somebody, was, working on, I ain't gonna even say working on, like somebody, was using crumbs, to keep people around, or they were doing just barely enough, to keep you around. And they were breadcrumbing a lot, not just you, they breadcrumbed a lot of people. This is somebody that is afraid of change. They afraid of, the unknown. They afraid of things, going toward things they can't control. If they can't control you, then, they feel like, they powerless. Like they feel like, they don't have, and you and them don't have anything in common. And this is like somebody not being happy with you. This is somebody that'll be in competition with you, if you're a strong-willed, strong-minded person, man or woman. They'll be in competition with you, to try to, weaken or, show you up as somebody that, ain't as strong as you think you are, or as strong-willed as you say you are. This is somebody that will test your faith, your faithfulness. They'll test it. You know what I'm saying? Your love, they'll test it. But they remain. This is somebody that they'll run some tests, they'll play some games, but they also could be, holding back. They could be saving money right now, from a financial, loss they may have went through. Their finances may have taken a hit. This is karma. That would be karma. You know what I'm saying? For them, maybe using your employment or using, whatever surface level knowledge about your value, that they would using as a way to determine who they got involved with. Nine of Cups in reverse. Like somebody may have been an opportunist. They may have went toward people that had certain careers, that, had certain lifestyles and stuff like that. Like they had certain things going on, like business owners, and they went after, they could have been an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? And looking at that as a way to be deemed successful because, I got a nice paying job. I got this, so I'm gonna get me somebody that, ain't don't need me for anything, so I can go and do what I need to do without them, being somebody that I gotta take care of. I gotta give anything to, more or less they can give me things if they see that I got something to give them. It's like that. It's like they know I got enough to get them something. Then, the minute I buy them something, boom, they're gonna buy me 10 things to my one. It's something like that. And somebody felt like that would be, what they would do to, that's something they would do to make them happy, but they couldn't truly be happy for you. Even if you moved on from them, you know what I'm saying? And if they moved on from you for somebody else and you okay with that and moved on, like they couldn't truly be happy for you that you ain't looked back, you haven't bothered them, you ain't blowing them up, you know what I'm saying? You're not mentioning them in posts, you know what I'm saying? You're not reaching out to people that, may be mutual friends or, in some way you still, connecting to that person, either by asking. You ain't doing none of that. So at the same time, this is somebody that maybe, been trying to move on, or they thought, all these other options, would keep them occupied enough to not focus on really, what mattered until they ain't had no other choice. Because somebody knew the truth the whole damn time. It was just that they were using how you felt. They were using, what they knew to be true and how you felt about them, to their advantage, to do a little bit here and there to keep you around. But that was their way of trying to, control the connection altogether. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't control it, then they in fear because this person, feel like they only happy with something they can control. And knowing, and this person could be, you would know if this your person if there's somebody that try to figure you out. Like this is somebody that will try to figure people out because they want to know, what it is they can do, say, to try to, get something past you. Page of Cups in reverse, like somebody got, when they got a hidden agenda, ill intentions, what I'm saying, behind their actions. Four of Pentacles, like I said, like somebody afraid, they stubborn, stuck in their ways. They don't want to do too much. They don't want to be with somebody that's going to make them have to work for their connection. They're going to have to be responsible for their actions in these connections, friends, work, whatever. Like this is somebody that, they see a 10 of Cups with you, even though you moved on to calmer waters. This person, 5 of Cups, crying over spilled milk. It's your Emperor. Could be manifesting right now when it comes to this 3 of Swords. Mm. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Pentacles? Clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. You got Capricorn out here so far. What's the King of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Pentacles? Yep, Seven of Cups. Can't make it up. Like somebody, you know, be dealing with a Scorpio. They could have Scorpio in their chart. Or somebody could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Got the Death in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio again with the Hermit, Virgo. So somebody, you know, refusing, you know what I'm saying, to accept like whatever the balance that they need to, you know, have, you know what I'm saying, in every part of their life. Because I feel like somebody resisting change. And like I said, Seven of Cups, like somebody thought, you know, success and, you know, the purpose they were looking for, you know, to, you know, feel this void or feel needed, feel, you know, like they achieving something, you know, by doing this, you know what I'm saying, having all these different options, everybody doing something different. Everybody giving me something different, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, bringing something different to the table. Like, it's a table full of thieves, you know what I'm saying? It's a table full of people with, you know, hidden intentions, you know what I'm saying, hidden agendas, ill intent. Not everybody in you know, when it comes to these cups that somebody was given to or taken from or receiving anything from, not that all these people had any, you know, good intentions behind their involvement or their actions with this person. So it's like, you know, they had too many distractions. You know what I'm saying? So out of all these Seven of Cups, like I said, they knew you to be the one that checked off all the boxes when it came to marriage. They knew this. Child, bye. Couldn't truly be happy for you because I was pretending my damn self. Clarify. I couldn't truly be happy for you because I was pretending my damn self. Couldn't truly be happy. Yeah, you got the Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So somebody could have been juggling, Capricorn. Somebody could have been juggling. Somebody was pretending they damn self. So, Three of Swords with the Magician. Three of Swords with the Hangman, the Magician. Yeah, somebody was, you know, not happy with this separation as it was. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody was not dealing with, they felt, you know what I'm saying, like they had lost, you know what I'm saying? Like they felt like, you know, cut off. Like your cut off had somebody feeling, you know, still in their head, you know what I'm saying? They still were feeling, even if they came off like they wasn't bothered by it, they were. You know, they could have turned over a new leaf now, you know. But this is, you know, the simple fact that somebody, you know, now, you know, could be juggling or they were juggling, you know, finances and income and maybe some other things with the Seven of Cups out here. Like they were juggling a lot, you know what I'm saying? And they time management at this point, even if they, you know, looking at the possibilities of like putting their priorities in order, you know what I'm saying? And deciding and, you know, making sure that they aware of like what they put in they, you know, their time and where they put people at on their list of priorities, where they put people, things, places. Like somebody balancing, you know what I'm saying, making a choice, prioritizing. And they couldn't truly be happy for you because they were, you know, pretending they danced like somebody was juggling. What's the two of Pentacles? Like somebody was juggling even though they were, you know, not taking this separation too well. What's the Two of Pentacles? Couldn't truly be happy for you because I was pretending my damn self. Yeah. You got the page, the Ace of Wands. With the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Nine of Wands. Yeah. Somebody wasn't happy, you know what I'm saying? Aries, Leo, Sage, you could have got a passionate new beginning, you know what I'm saying? Going, you could have like a new opportunities, new business, ideas, coming, especially when it comes to you planting seeds. Like there could be things you're working on now that's coming into fruition, like whatever your manifestations, when it came to you planting the seeds, when it came to you going on your journey, when it came to you healing. Like there may be things you were praying about manifesting, for yourself when it comes to you, wanting a new beginning, like a new start, you know what I'm saying? Or those ideas that you have, to be something that actually move forward. You may have had some blockages, on your path at some point, possibly because you had people in your energy that needed to be removed. You had cycles, that needed to close out before any of this, was actually even possible, to move forward for you. So at this point, it's like, all blockages being removed with the Ace of Wands out here. And you could be, whatever it is you're doing for work, it's going to allow you, or it's allowing you to, free, your mind. What's it is? Free your mind and the rest will follow. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, it's like that you're passionate about, you're showing a lot of, put a lot of work into, it may be picking up, or it's going to, because of the things that you have, used as tools, on your journey when it comes to healing. And whatever it is coming in, whatever you manifesting is coming in. It's like, you could, this person could see you doing whatever it is you're doing, but as far as them saying they're happy, you know what I'm saying, for you, they can't really say that they are, or feel, that need to, you know what I'm saying, feel it deeply enough to be genuine about it. They can't, because this person, is juggling, and whatever it is you're doing, you're not having to do that. You just have been patiently, gracefully going through whatever it is that, things done been like for you, since you walked away from this person, since you ended things with people from your past. Close out cycles, you know what I'm saying, and focusing more on what it is that you really want to do, what makes you happy. Especially if they were things that took a while for you to get it going, or it was things going on financially, or things going on in your energy that may have been blocks for you. Those blockages done been removed. Those manifestations is coming in for you. So like somebody may have wanted this victory with you or wanted to see you win, but it's like they couldn't genuinely see that, at the time, because this person was not, where they wanted to be. They sell, you know what I'm saying? Six of Wands in reverse. Like somebody couldn't get this victory with you. So the fact that you're getting it without them, was something that they not, couldn't genuinely be happy about. Mm-hmm. At the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse, and the Nine of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sage. So yeah, somebody feel like, it's a loss, for them, because they, some type, whatever they were doing, some type of betrayal may have caused them to miss out on this victory with you. Your determination, your courage, you know what I'm saying, the beliefs, that somebody now, gonna have to, especially when you think for yourself, you know what I'm saying, you don't go, like you could be a rebel, you know what I'm saying, like you go after things, you know what I'm saying, in your own way. You think for yourself, you know what I'm saying, you're not weighed down or swayed, easily swayed, in any one direction. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, balance. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think one way. You know what I'm saying? You're not a one sided, you know, thinker. But you took a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody looking at, you know, wanting to take this leap of faith, but at this point, it's like, you know, somebody having to, you know, genuinely be happy for somebody and they can't. What's the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands? Because they weren't happy with where they were at the time anyway. What's the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands? Couldn't truly be happy for you because I was pretending my damn self. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. And somebody sees you as somebody self-efficient, like very independent. And it's like this person now can be where they want to be at, you know, financially, where they can see, success and a 10 of cups, at this point. But I feel like somebody, balancing out their priorities, you know what I'm saying, investing their time in the right things and not allowing, things that they know ain't gonna go toward their higher self is not making them a better person. Stop hanging around and settling in them cycles or settling with those decisions, you know what I'm saying, that weighs you down, end up wasting a lot of time doing that. But it's like now somebody finances may have been picking back up where they feel like, they feel like they where they need to be at right now, or they feel comfortable where they at right now financially, especially when it comes to them, looking at their, money, their success, their safety, or whatever they feel like, their well being. You know what I'm saying? Like they may not feel as but I feel like they see you as this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you basically, I feel like somebody basically was dealing with somebody that was in competition with them. It's like even if they weren't in competition with you, collective, there's somebody here that wants to, have some type of lifestyle or image, but they have to reevaluate how to get there. And I feel like they need that in order for them to feel, like they have purpose, like for them to be happy. And they may only look at, their happiness being in something of material goods, material things. And if they don't have those material things, they may feel like, less than, like they don't have, they don't feel like they're achieving anything if they don't have these material things that they feel like they need when it comes to their image and how they see themselves. You know what I'm saying? How they see this person sees themselves successful based off the things that the material things, like, and if this is all they see is the financial, the material gain and things all the time, like this person always gonna miss out. They never going to find, you know, those things, that they entertaining and giving to be something that is enough. Because what ends up coming from that is greed. People that hoard, you know what I'm saying, that end up taking more than they deserve. For Pentacles, like they take more than what they need. They end up being just a taker. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give anything. It's like a Scrooge. Like somebody just, gets with people to see 7 of Cups, like what they can get from this person. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got a nice career. They do this, for work or whatever. So shit, I know if I buy them a little something, you know what I'm saying, they'll give me twice as much. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna even miss that. That ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'll make that back in 2 hours. Like that's what they was looking to, looking at. And it's like they want to keep some type of image. You know what I'm saying? Up. Whether they felt like they needed this to be with you, or they felt like they needed this to come off, to people around them as somebody successful, even their family. So, and I feel like that's why you saying keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. Like they may have, felt as though, they went toward people that they went toward as an opportunist because they didn't feel like you know, were making that kind of money, or you could, afford that kind of lifestyle that they were trying to have. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not have been into, all the material stuff. Like you may like nice things, but it's not a necessity. Keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. Clarify. Keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. What's that about? What is that about? Keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. You got 8 of Pentacles out here. 10 of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck. Virgo energy. The Justice. 6 of Cups. What's the 8 of Pentacles? Keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. Like somebody could see somebody now, work paying off, like they done ascended, like somebody's, making progress now. Income may have picked back up. Like I said, somebody went from losing their independence, or, maybe not having as much, you know what I'm saying, at a 9 of Pentacles, but it's like somebody was self-efficient, you know what I'm saying, abundant in their own right, whether it's spiritual inheritance or, an actual inheritance, but it's also, someone else, they have good energy, like somebody's very giving, but also very, somebody just got a good aura, like they got good energy, you know what I'm saying, all around them, and it's like, this is somebody that will get taken advantage of all the time because people feel like they never run out of things to, get, like somebody feels like, somebody's just self-efficient. You know what I'm saying? Like there's somebody that people will come across. You'll come across somebody like this 9 of Pentacles, and they may not have much, but they always have something resourceful, something, to be able to give to help, people in, whether it's in time of need or just because they want to. This is somebody that will give sometimes things that they may feel like they don't have. Like if you feel like you don't have something, it's a moment of where somebody may need something done, or they need something, to, if somebody needs something done financially, emotionally, they need a listening ear, a shoulder to cry, whatever it is, it's like you can provide that. But I feel like, there's somebody here that if you had kept being that way, you know what I'm saying, people will keep taking because they feel like people all around you are always willing to give you things. You are always, the Most High God always send us somebody, but there's that moment where people will see that you're not down for long because you always seem to have what you need when you need it. You know what I'm saying? When it counts, you have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have something, you still help others achieve what they need. You know what I'm saying? You still have that pureness, that love about you to be able, that light about you to help others, even if you don't have it, to give. But that's why I'm saying, like, keep that same energy, you know what I'm saying, you had when I was down and out. So it's like, put a lot of work into yourself. What's the 8 of Pentacles? What's the 8 of Pentacles? Keep that same energy. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. The same energy you had when I was down and out. Yeah, 10 of Wands now with the Wheel of Fortune. Like somebody feel like now, or somebody may have had a lot of responsibilities at some point. Aries, Leo, Sag, with the Ace of Wands out here. That's what I'm saying. Like you may not have had as much as your person or a past person or whoever they got involved with, others that they may have went towards. You may not have had as much as them, but like I said, with this King of Pentacles in reverse that came out, they put you in an unfair competition because at some point somebody may have had on the surface, material wise more than you. But Nine of Pentacles, somebody was not, as abundant, as you were, just in your energy, just alone, with or without having a job. I feel like somebody may have thought, you needed that, but I feel like, there's that moment like where people had a halo hidden and people look at them just on surface knowledge and they take off and they feel like, oh well shit, that person ain't got this, ain't got that, so shit, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be a burden on you. Ten of Wands. They're gonna be a burden on you. They're gonna weigh you down. They're gonna have you with all these responsibilities, not knowing that you self efficient, you independent in your own right. Like there's things that are able to get done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe faster and quicker and more effectively than somebody that got 2, 3 damn jobs or got two jobs. You know what I'm saying? Two sources of income. You know what I'm saying? Or they got a job, and somebody else they with, got a decent profession, but they also got, another stream of income doing whatever that is, whether it's a content creator, influencer, or they just got a business of their own, they got, another place somewhere else opening up. Either way, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could be a business owner, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, there's that moment of truth where shit, I mean, just because somebody, got their own business don't mean they doing as well as somebody that work from home and they, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got a store, location sitting somewhere, in an area where you can just pull up, park, and come in and sit down and enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that they not just as successful. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they doing from where they are. They may not be as well known now, but they patient with their success and they find where they are and they'll grow, even bigger because of it. But I feel like somebody looking like shit, if you were so focused on your money, and you see I'm working hard, I had, a lot of responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody could have, felt like, there was something that they, may have, had a period where they had to like reevaluate, different areas of their life to like actually look at, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Money is not the only thing, that you need to focus on when it comes to you finding balance, finding happiness, finding purpose. And that's what this Wheel of Fortune talks about. It's like, somebody using, finding, aligning yourself, with things that promote growth and advancement in your life and not looking like something is all about money. And the only way something is going to change, is, the only way your circumstances is going to change is when you change your actions. You know what I'm saying? Change your approach to something. Mm. And I feel like whatever circumstances, was going on, whatever your circumstances were, collective, like if something may have been out of your control. You know what I'm saying? You may have had to, go through a period of lack for a while because of some things that may have been in your energy, people that may have been, preying on your downfall. And I feel like, when you don't have the right people around you, you got cycles open with people that's, using you, energetically, you know what I'm saying, pulling on your good energy, wanting to keep you around in cycles, friendships and connections and shit that don't really mean you no good. The minute, your blessings keep coming in, you won't even know there was a blessing till this time 2 years from now. Because it was somebody there to partake, you know what I'm saying, in that blessing and wasn't even genuine about you. They didn't even really give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? But they were there, to witness, you coming out of some situation and ended up right back in it because you were dealing with them same people that were not giving, they were not, appreciative, they were takers. They were people that was leeches, they were energy vampires, they were, hidden enemies, you know what I'm saying? They were fans that, at some point turned to be folks that would go against you at any cost if they felt like somebody else come along that's a lot more popular, a lot more giving than you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of being your biggest fan, and knowing that God is your best friend out of anybody you will ever fucking know and ever will see. And you've never seen, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like, keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. Because I feel like your circumstances may not have been out of your may not have been something you could do anything about. But just be persistent, like continue to work. You know what I'm saying? Or do whatever it is you doing. But and whatever decisions you done made to move on with the Wheel of Fortune, like you done made that decision to move on. They gonna have to just let whatever happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, at this point, since you done made a decision with the Wheel of Fortune, Capricorn energy, you got the Two of Cups right behind this Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. Damn. Like somebody want to come in and give you, this cup. And if it ain't that, it's the fact that you may be choosing yourself in a situation. And just allowing, whatever, this, how you say it, idea or whatever it is that you're working on with the Ace of Wands, that you're working on to, be your main focus. Yeah. You may have, manifested a new love here that's coming in. I feel like, there's a new love opportunity, coming towards you. Two of Cups with the Ace of Cups, for a celebration. So whatever it is that you're working on or whatever ideas, whatever partnership, that's coming your way, it may come, with some type of partnership may lead to, a love opportunity with the Ace of Cups. And it may even, result in, a pregnancy. Expecting for those of you that are looking forward to, possibly having, any more kids. So take a high resonate. What's the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands? What you got? Capricorn out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Heavy Capricorn. Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sage with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. What's the Ten of Pentacles? The Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. What's the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands? Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. What's the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands? Somebody was more focused on their work, or they were, acting like they were so busy or something like that. When you were going through what you were going through. Ten of Wands. It's the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. Yeah, Four of Wands. Got the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse now. Yeah, somebody may have been weighed down, like going through something, and somebody just turned a blind eye, to something like, and they could have seen you like around your community, like around your neighborhood. Um, Cause this Four of Wands, is giving me community too. Like somebody could have seen somebody like, struggling, with their home or something like that, or struggling, could have seen them, around and about, like in their community or something. Things could have done picked up for you now, but I feel like, whatever you were struggling with, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same now. Like something, now got somebody like having to accept, how they truly got where they at, like why something truly is the way it is between you and them right now. Especially if they couldn't truly be happy for you because they was pretending they damn self, but at the same time, it's like, shit, don't, what I'm saying? It's like somebody saying, shit, don't, if I didn't have enough before, you didn't bother to try to stick around, for, what I'm saying, the process, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to be involved in something, or didn't want to be involved with somebody, that may have been struggling. Five of Pentacles. Especially if somebody was like going through something, and was trying to put in is mastering what they were doing. Could have been in school or something like that, just focusing on what they were doing, keeping busy, and still trying to handle a lot of responsibility, with how whatever these circumstances were, in this home. So it's like somebody you may have things done pick back up, you know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody, possibly, could want to come in and like see what you got going on from, this Five of Pentacles. Because I feel like from somebody that went from a Five of Pentacles, to, something greater. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody may have had to go through that motion of like being with somebody that they really thought, was there for them until they wasn't. And this could be a family situation too. So take it how it resonates. Because I feel like somebody, may have, put somebody out, you know what I'm saying? And or knew somebody's circumstances, when they came to like them not knowing people in this community or people know them in this community or not knowing, you know what I'm saying, what is home. It's like somebody thinking, something is all good at this home, but it's like somebody weighed down, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of responsibility. It's like somebody could be, how you can have somebody that work hard, they may work extra hours, may like work long shifts or something like that. And it's like, they want to put everything, in this home on this person. Like somebody could be a single parent, mom, dad, you know what I'm saying? Well, they don't have to be a parent. They can just be, a bachelor, you know what I'm saying? Bachelorette, but it's like somebody, had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of responsibility, going on in this home. And it's like, somebody left somebody out in the cold, Five of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Possibly because somebody may have, you know, felt like they wasn't doing what they felt like, doing something they way. Like how people is, like it's my way or the highway. So it's like somebody may have, instead of helping that person, just watch them struggle. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Wands in reverse. Because it talks about a powerful woman that, demands control over your affairs, but they can't get what they want, the way they want it, and you ain't doing the way they want you to do it, then they refuse, to help you. Like they refuse to, offer you the resources or give you them pointers, how to maneuver in and out of situations or whatever. Like, yeah. It's just like somebody left somebody out in the cold. And at this point, it's like somebody gonna have to realize, they whatever they dealing with now, if they, you ain't in communication with this person, ain't talking, because I feel like this could be a sibling, a family member, or something somebody dealing with, and it's like collective. I don't know if this is you, but it's like somebody, So this may be for somebody individually, especially this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, when it comes to my collective, like you got something going on with a lover and something that may have been going on like with family. You know what I'm saying, too. And this may be something that, currently going on, in a home where, there may be some things that they, try to put on you or felt like, they want you to, have some type of involvement in, but shit, you done cut these folks off. They done left you out in the cold. They done, use you, and wanted to take your hard earned money and, you know what I'm saying, have you responsible for everything, in this home. And it's like now somebody weighed down, burdened and shit in this home, and it's like they not able to, get the help they need and shit like that, or reach out, you know what I'm saying, to like do anything to help you or ask you for any help because they done put you in that situation. You may have helped this person before, you done helped people before, and they, knew what you were going through. It's like somebody may have known you were dealing with things and they just did not offer any help. And now that they need it and they weighed down, it's like, no, keep that same energy you had when I was down and out. So even if this ain't family and it's a lover, they going through something. They know you done been through some things before. They know you done had some struggles yourself. You know what I'm saying? They may have felt like, your situation was too much responsibility on them, at the time. Or they felt like what you had going on was, not something that they, really, was willing to give to, as much as they should have. And it may have cost you a home, it may have cost you, a job, or it may have been, something that a job wasn't, that one job wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also getting somebody was dealing with somebody that refused to help. on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't control and have, a say over your money and, how you do what you do and be in your business and shit like that. So Queen of Wands in reverse and like Nine of Swords in reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be a Gemini that feel, in their head like somebody now like way down with a lot of shit, but they gotta face the fact is, shit. Honestly, you know why you where you at. They know why they can't go back towards somebody and ask for help because they fucked over this person or they fucked over you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this your justice. You know what I'm saying, in a situation, because I feel like what was done to you was something that somebody didn't think you would, bounce back from, would have the strength, to move on. But you're a healer. Child, cannot make that shit up. You may have used to be a braider in the past, like I said, but what's the overall outcome in this situation moving forward? Or somebody used to be a braider. Whoever this reading resonates with. What's the overall outcome moving forward? Future actions moving forward in this situation. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could be at the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there could be a partnership coming in. Two of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But there's, Queen of Pentacles. Like you could be healing right now. You could be working from home, multitasking. You could be wear many hats, whatever. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles out here. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. King of Cups. Yeah. And this King of Cups, someone it could be a father figure, it could be a baby dad or something like that. Or like a stepdad, or somebody want to come in, and come in as like somebody trustworthy, dependable, like somebody you can rely on. Pisces energy. So whatever it is you're working on, with this King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck to the Empress. Yeah. So it's like, whatever it is you're working on, collective, just keep, going, keep, motivating yourself, to do that. And I feel like, even with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like, long as they keep being persistent, you know what I'm saying, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, it'll pick back up for them. They just have to be persistent in the time and the work that they put into themselves. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? They have to be persistent. And it ain't just to get back with somebody. It ain't just to get on top so they can go get a new car, new home, you know what I'm saying, so they can shine all over again and go through that same process of, putting all these material things before something, greater than they self. You know what I'm saying? Work on yourself. If you pulled up next to a devil, the devil sitting in a car next to you at the light, what good is it, what I'm saying, to be sitting in a Maybach with, what I'm saying, sitting next to somebody driving a Maybach and it's a damn devil driving. An Emperor reverse driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, some folks will take their chances getting in that car just so they can be seen in it. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be surprised, what most people will run toward if they feel like, it's something to be able to rub in somebody's face and show off with until people realize, exactly what you just walked into. It was just exactly what you opened yourself and subjected yourself to. What's the actions of this reading moving forward? Yeah, somebody coming in with expressing some type of emotion. Could be some suppressed emotions. Could be, some things that they, were not vulnerable enough to tell you about or express to you before, but they finding a way to come towards you thinking of some type of creative idea, or this is you maybe having some type of creative idea, a project that you're working on that you, keeping it private, keeping it to yourself, whatever it is that you're working on. from home or whatever it is you may go out and do, or be putting together, that you really like, that you've been really wanting to do. Got the strength at the bottom of the deck. So whatever it is, you are stronger than people have thought you would be. Very strong will, very strong minded. But you could also have somebody want to come towards you to express some type of emotion. Could be a proposal, don't have to be, or this could be like a sibling, or somebody younger, or somebody young at heart that is right now trying to figure out ways, create, what I'm saying, thinking of ideas, how to come towards you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure it out, after they done built up the courage, to take this accountability, to do, something about what it is that done already transpired here. So, but I'm going to end it here, you guys. Make sure you do something nice for someone today. Hopefully the message resonates with you and or is helpful. Until next time, you guys. I love you. Bye. Mwah.